My name is Seokjin Chang, Director for Global Cooperation at Korea's Born2Global Centre. The Born2Global Centre is providing consultation services and global expansion services for the companies that will be presenting today. And we are also devising a new initiative through the formation of joint ventures between these startups and global potential partner startups for their overseas expansion. We've gathered for the first time 7 deep tech companies that will present innovative solutions for smart cities.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is my great honor. 안녕하세요. 더 웨이브톡의 co-founder이자 대표이사를 맡고 있는 김영덕입니다.
Since no one can live without water, the universal access right to clean water, this image is showing the process of how water is being delivered to each household. The things are very different when it comes to water. No water purification plant has any sensor. So these problems are not happening only in Africa. A lot of people are losing their lives in the United States as well. This product will be launched next year globally. So we have a motto, anytime, anywhere, by anyone. So this is a result of a comparison after we did some turbidity measurements. If you connect with a smartphone, just in 10 seconds, you can identify whether the glass of water in front of you is something you can drink or not. We developed a sensor with a size of approximately 2 fingers and will be launching around the world. And if that happens, the sense kit, the turbidity measurement will be attached. And the cost will be only 1% of the existing current products. My first company was a lithium-ion battery company, and I exported the technology to many countries around the world, and I was a very successful CEO. And I met Park Young-gun, the co-founder. One thing that I was very satisfied about doing is that when these products are introduced to the world, the startup who saved the most lives on Earth, that's what we are. Thank you very much.
Nice to meet with you all.
스마트 웨이스트 매니지먼트 솔루션을 제공하고 있는
I
EQ랩의
am
이상희
from
팀장이라고
EKIP
합니다.
Labs,
반갑습니다.
offering smart waste management solution. One of the
폐기물
most
처리
essential
시스템이
thing in
아닐까라고
urban life
처음부터
is
생각을 시작을
waste
했습니다.
management system.
저희는
Our company is based on IoT technology, making use of the data collected from various sensors and digital devices. This is the first hardware we developed. This is called Clean Cube. It is a trash bin. It produces data about the level of waste filled up inside the bin. Data from the bin will be transmitted to our software network. This is a sensor which is called Clean Flex. Through our waste management system, we see a lot of data related to the storage and management of trash. The people in charge of waste management as city government will be easily able to identify how much waste is filled up in the trash bin and when they need to send the trash collection vehicle. By identifying the amount of waste piled up inside the bin, you can efficiently make decisions. Everland is the representative case where we apply the smart waste management system. The people in the city wanted to use this bin to make the city cleaner and look more beautiful. Also, we supplied our solution to Shanghai. They were able to make the management of the waste and the trash bin management smarter. We are developing comprehensive solutions to help cities better manage their waste.
안녕하십니까. 디토익 대표 전용주입니다.
In Korea, ICT technologies are being used in order to fight against the COVID-19. This is going to be the topic of my presentation today. This is what we have expertise in. We spinned off from Hyundai Motor Company in 2014. So in case of autonomous vehicles, it creates 4 terabyte data per day. We are working on the autonomous vehicles as well. 90% of produced data is from the past 2 years. and this period is becoming shorter and shorter. And in 2025, 65 billion IoT devices will be created, and they will be producing enormous amount of data. It is expected that globally 163 trillion gigabyte of data will be generated. What's important is that 80% of all data is spatial temporal. What is spatial temporal data? It's a multidimensional data that has aspects of spatial and temporal. So in an unexpected situation, we are always creating spatial temporal data, whether it's by using the navigation when driving or by using smartphones. In this year, we had a big fire in Gangwon province, but with the spatial temporal data, we could analyze things and reduce the possibility of mountain fires. So big data, it's not something very difficult. This has been existing from the past. But there was one big problem, which is it takes a lot of time and cost. Recently, we created a special system, and this was adopted in the epidemiological system as well. Spatial temporal big data is in our daily lives. It can be utilized anywhere in smart city. Let me also talk about some references. There was a case in Hyundai that could reduce cost by 5,000%, and in terms of autonomous vehicle, things became faster much more. Wherever in smart city, these technologies can be utilized anywhere. So please, I would like to ask for your interest on this issue. So smart city, it's a very near future.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Choi Arum from DOT. DOT was founded in 2015. This is a hardware startup. This is ultra small and highly efficient actuator. In terms of price, we achieved great innovation. This is the existing technology produced by Germany and Japan. Our ferrite-based dot cell used cheaper and more efficient material that led to lower price with higher efficiency. We recognize that socially disadvantaged people still face a lot of challenges in their life, although we're saying we're living in the era of smart city. So we thought that we need to make the city more inclusive of those socially disadvantaged people. In Korea, this is the size of Korean barrier-free market. That photo there is the map we can see in the city hall for visually impaired people, for physically handicapped people. Many signages in cities are difficult to be accessed and difficult to be used. This is the photo where the visually impaired and hearing impaired people using our kiosk. By providing barrier-free kiosk, we're trying to help people with visual impairment or physical disabilities to be able to access various services in the public places. We are currently supplying 13 languages in our solution. So our business is export-oriented business. We need to be inclusive of people with disabilities as well as people who do not have disabilities.
If there are two people that looks identically the same, I believe you're going to regard them as identical twins. Digital twin is what we do. Our mission is tackling impossible mission. What I'll be talking about today is what's happening in 6 million square shipyard. Let's take a look at how things are adopted in real life. When you are moving around in shipyard, you can use these technologies, and this is a power plant in Latin America. Everything were controlled remotely by Hyundai Group. They had a technology named digital twin. Without any geological relationship, they were regarded as twin because things were controlled remotely. So why digital twin? Digital twin is something that helps decision making at the field. It's a way to make approaches or a framework. Everyone can bring out the data whenever they want to. Those are the benefits of digital twin. So they can have an understanding about how things are proceeded. The complicated pipelines will be established, smart city processes will be managed. 6 million square meter of things will be working. That enormous 300 meter, 40 meters of ship will be constructed. It can be applied anywhere. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Joshua Schimpf, and I'm here on behalf of Hylium Industries. And Hylium Industries, we focus on liquid hydrogen technologies, and today I'll be going over two of our main core technologies, one of which is our liquid hydrogen-powered drones, and the others is our liquid hydrogen refueling stations. The drone industry is a very large and booming market, and there are several hundreds of players that are trying to be the best and surpass the other manufacturers. That imposes the question, which drone manufacturer will be victorious? The answer is simple, like the drones with the longest flight endurance will be victorious. What separates Hylium's drones from the rest of the industry? Using hydrogen, the highest energy density element in the universe, we can power these drones and achieve the longest flight endurance times. We can fly 10 times as longer than our counterparts. As you can see, there's really no comparison. We can fly over 5 hours using liquid hydrogen power, but lithium-ion batteries can only fly up to 20 minutes. And even gas hydrogen power can only fly up to 2 hours. We have another developing project with a company called Alakai Technologies. They are developing the world's first air taxi. We are partnered with them for developing their fuel engine, or fuel supply tank. There is a lack of refueling stations that are available for these vehicles. Simply put, nobody wants to purchase a car that they can't fill at a station. Hylium has developed a mobile solution for refueling called the MHRS. This truck can carry up to 7,500 liters of liquid hydrogen on a 5-ton truck. So this capacity can fuel up to 100 vehicles per day. Thank you for your time and attention, and I'd be glad to answer any questions that you might have.
My name is Luciano Chieso. I'm sales director for Satellogic. So I'm going to give you a bit of an overview of what Satellogic is. We're a geospatial analytics company. We have 11 satellites in orbit right now, and we're about to launch another 10 in a week. This is a bit of how our satellites looked. They're 40 kilograms in weight. These are the 10 that, as I told you at the beginning, we're launching in about a week. So what we do with the satellites is basically 4 things. We have 4 basic offerings. The first one, and more obvious, is imagery. The next offering that we have is AI solutions, is applying artificial intelligence to the images and make sense out of them. The third product that we have is this that we call dedicated satellite constellations. It's using our satellites as if they were operated by a given country, with every ground segment component of what a country would want from a known satellite, but using it only for the time that the satellite is orbiting above their area of interest or above the frontiers of the country. And the last one is this that we call hosted payload program, which is carrying sensors from third parties in our satellites. To give you a bit of examples of the 4 offerings that I just mentioned, these are just some images. This one is from a part in Seoul, from South Korea. This one is from a certain area in South Africa. It's interesting how they have circular fields. This is a mining facility in Botswana, in Africa. This is the coast of Rio in Brazil. By operating, we build a control facility in country. We teach them how to test our satellites. This is the hosted payload program, where we host different sensors that third parties or universities want to put in orbit, but don't have the satellites to do it. We have tried different sensors to date, and we're developing and co-developing different sensors with not only private sector, but also universities around the world. This is about urban planning, where we're distinguishing industrial buildings and residential buildings from green spaces and forestry and agricultural spaces. With a given monitoring, we can look for changes in areas like this with different kinds of soils. Thank you very much.
This brings us to the end of the session, Innovative Deep Tech Solutions for Smart Cities. We looked at basic necessities like water, waste, safety, barrier-free. We also looked at some breakthrough areas such as digital twin and energy and even satellite. And we'll continue to work with the companies and with us in building the most innovative smart cities around the world. Innovation is not far away. These are the entrepreneurs. These are the startups that we work with every day. And if you want to see more, please reach out to the Born2Global Centre, to the Seoul National University. We will be more than happy to share with you our most recent breakthroughs and innovations that will ultimately improve the way we live and the future of this globe. This was Born2Global, and I was Seokjin Chang. Thank you very much.